Rockstar has been telling us more about Lucia Caminos than we realized. Behind the flashy trailers and chaos, there are quiet clues, subtle symbols, hidden meanings, and connections they want us to notice, just not all at once. Who is Lucia Caminos? The answer might change how you see GTA 6 entirely. Lucia's full name is Lucia Caminos, and she's a spicy Latina originally from Liberty City, now residing in Vicedale County, Leonida. While her age has not officially been revealed, it's very likely that she's between the age of 25 and 30 years old. Remember the first time we saw Lucia? She was locked up in Leonida Penitentiary. With barely any info, most fans, including me, figured she was doing time for robbing Uncle Jack's liquor store with Jason in Trailer 1. Turns out we got it wrong. Rockstar just dropped some new details saying Lucia ended up in prison because she was, quote-unquote, fighting for her family. And let's be real, robbing a liquor store doesn't exactly scream fighting for family. And about the fighting stuff, Lucia's dad taught her how to fight basically from the second she could walk. Lucia is clearly an experienced boxer, probably even a kickboxer, since there is a clip of her throwing a clean high hook kick during training. That moment got a lot of us hyped about maybe having different fighting styles in the game, but there's something else a lot of fans haven't noticed yet: the gold boxing glove pendant Lucia wears. This could just be a nod to her boxing background, sure, but Rockstar keeps putting it front and center. It seems like it's more important than just jewelry. Here's two ways I think we can look at it. Let me know which sounds right to you. One, it's a reward for competing and winning in Rockstar's inspired equivalent of the Golden Glove boxing tournament. Now, two, it's just an item that is symbolic and sentimental to Lucia, given to her from someone in her past. I'm personally leaning towards two. Why? Well, Rockstar Games have shown us time and time again how much they love pop culture, movies, music, and media, with how often they reference things or pay homage to them. In the famous fighting movie series Rocky Balboa wears a necklace almost exactly like the one Lucia is wearing that was given to him by his mentor, Mickey Goldmill. So this could be the case for Lucia, a necklace given to her by someone of significance, most likely her father. This necklace could serve as a symbolic reminder of her lessons she learned and what keeps her in the mindset of quote-unquote only smart moves from here. With that said though, obviously Lucia isn't always committed to smart moves. Speaking to the crime facts, we know Lucia has robbed a liquor store in Trailer 1, robbed the Sin Frontera National Bank in Trailer 2, and been seen shooting an assault rifle at a police helicopter, along with other crazy moments like the gunfight in the Vice City streets broad daylight with Raul Batista. But Lucia isn't just some gung-ho reckless criminal. Even though most of what we've seen is small glimpses, we can see Lucia is a very complex, diverse character. From calm and collected moments with friends to getting tackled out the bottom of an airliner, the duality of this woman is something to behold. For example, she's got discipline. She becomes quickly acclimated back to everyday life after finishing her probation and community service. We also know Lucia enjoys the thrill of a fast life when we see her hanging out of the convertible in Trailer 1, screaming down the highway, and making absolutely sure she doesn't miss out on the nightlife of Vice City, hitting up the clubs and dancing the night away. We've talked about Lucia's profile, a little bit of her origins, her family history, and even crimes she's committed so far. But who does Lucia keep company with? We already know Jason, he's our main guy. But who else is there in Lucia's corner? Just like Jason has Cal and Brian, Lucia has two unnamed individuals that appear to be her close friends. During the bar scene, we can see what looks to be a celebration unfolding. These two individuals are there. One is a young Hispanic man who makes more appearances later, and the other appears to be a middle-aged Puerto Rican woman who also happens to be pregnant. What's more is that the woman and young man seem to be close as well based on their banter, touching, and body language when they're near each other at the bar. This doesn't necessarily come across as intimate either. It almost seems like they are family, at least to me. Now, what suggests they are close to Lucia is the genuine excitement and happiness they project when they are around her. For example, as Lucia drags Jason from the bar to dance with him, the unnamed woman is super eager and playfully moving in to join them. Later on in the trailer, the young man is leading Lucia along with Jason into the 99 nightclub, bypassing the entire line of people. The part to pay attention to is once inside, the three of them share a moment when the unnamed young Hispanic man is recording a video of them together partying and having a good time. Lucia is visibly comfortable around him, and her guard is completely down, further suggesting they are close. With this all said, why did Rockstar choose to leave these characters unnamed? And that sums up all the facts we know about Lucia. What more is there? Well, I'm glad you're still here to talk this through with me. Lucia's committed to her plan, no matter what it takes. What plan could that be? If you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, the word plan has a lot of negative stigma. On top of that, how far is Lucia willing to go to change the odds in her favor? Sprinkled in by Rockstar 2 is that Jason could be her way out. Her way out of what though? Prison? These are questions Rockstar wants us to ask and serve as puzzle pieces that, when aligned correctly, complete the bigger picture. Now, some of this could be misdirection, although when we think heavily on it, we can begin to put them together. I'm going to start putting pieces together while adding a few to support some of my speculation, and I want you to let me know what you think. Based on Rockstar's history of storytelling, I am speculating that Lucia didn't just get out of prison based on sheer luck. I think she either struck a deal, or Jason Duval is an undercover police officer who is being forced to take part in getting Lucia released from prison early. Now stay with me here. Rockstar loves double agents. Think about Michelle, aka Karen, in GTA 4, Nico's girlfriend. She turns out to be a government agent. Or even Smoke from GTA San Andreas, who turns full narc, betraying CJ and the Johnson family. On top of this, with the movie references and inspiration here, you could even think of this like Fast and Furious's Brian O'Connor and Monica Fuentes. They are both undercover agents who end up getting into a bit of a romantic situation. I've got one main theory on how this all plays out for Lucia and her involvement in the story at large. There is only one detail I'm a little uncertain of, and it could branch either way, but the outcome still being the same. What is this detail? Well, it's related to the unnamed young Hispanic man and middle-aged Puerto Rican woman. I cannot settle on the speculation being that these two people are Lucia's family members or Raul Batista's family members. On one hand, I lean towards them being Lucia's family members because they could be her sister and little brother based on some subtle shared features, but on the other hand, I lean towards them being Raul Batista's family members because this would naturally give Lucia and Jason the perfect connect to one of Vice City's biggest organized criminals and bank robbers. And another very subtle detail that has me believing these two could be Raul's family is a screenshot Rockstar shared. Check this out here where Raul is making a phone call, and in the background there is a blurred out figure. Focus on the silhouette of this character though. It very closely resembles that of the unnamed young Hispanic man, especially when compared to the clip of him walking up to the 919 nightclub. And even though it does sort of look like this guy could be related to Lucia, we can't dismiss the fact that he shares a likeness with Raul. Now, you let me know what you think is more likely, but let's get into the theory. Think bigger picture as I break it down. I think Jason is positioning himself working for Brian Heater in efforts to pursue a bigger fish, and then pursues Lucia once he figures out she is connected to Raul Batista, who is also tied into the bigger crime conspiracy. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. When you pair this with the hook of GTA 6 being Jason and Lucia have always known the deck is stacked against them. Real quick, did you catch that? Rockstar is being very subliminal here. We got pulling chips from the table with Raul's description, and then we have deck is stacked against them with Jason and Lucia's. They could have just said life's a gamble at this point. With the wordplay being like this, I lean into it even more, but let's keep going. But when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. Now I know I'm reaching and it's a lot to jump on board with, but what if this easy job that goes wrong only goes wrong because Jason is undercover and kills the job from the inside? Or on the other hand, maybe Lucia is forced to do this because it's a required part of the deal that got her out of prison. And what if this job is the one that involves Raul Batista, potentially even the one in trailer 2 when the group robs the Sin Frontera National Bank and it leads to the broad daylight middle of the street firefight? Then later, after secrets become exposed and Jason or Lucia share information about what really is going on, it leads to trials and tribulations, navigating their relationship in hot water, eventually coming out on top of it together, trying to solve this big criminal conspiracy or play the law. This has so many chances for hard decisions needing to be made between friends, love, the law, personal gain, etc. And as we know, Rockstar Games loves themselves some betrayal and conflict. Then, when you look beyond the games themselves into movies like Fast and Furious with their stories and action scenes Rockstar obviously take inspiration from in trailer 2, like the safe being pulled by the truck during a job, or Lucia being tackled out of the airliner cargo bay Ronda Rousey style, and of course, love tropes like the obvious Bonnie and Clyde, what better spin to put on that than undercover officers, criminals, love, and family? Now, this video is about Lucia, and she is obviously front and center of this story, and aside from speculation, I hope this video properly informed you on who she is as a character, as well as everything we know about her so far. When it comes to the real part she plays in all this and who she is, maybe I'm way off base and most of these things will be player choice driven, but one thing is for sure, Rockstar is leaving breadcrumbs for us, and as a fan, I can't help but follow them and form my own ideas. Anyways, everyone, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like rating down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Big ups for tuning in. I hope to see you all in the next one. Later.